I'd like to talk about a subject that I really enjoy. It's called biogenic meditation. Now, biogenic is a word that just means life-generating. And it really is the most important practice on the path of primal conscious living, especially for humans, because life is the most important power on earth. This primeval, universal life force, life-generating biogenic energy is really prevalent in seeds, especially grains, because grasses are the most vital plant on the planet. It's almost like grasses appeared millions of years to pave a way for the coming of humans. Our relationship to grasses has been fundamental for our evolution. When a grain or a seed sprouts and begins to germinate, it's in what we call a biogenic phase. And that phase comes with rapid growth and tremendous vitality. As long as the environmental preconditions are there to create life, which would be temperature, sunlight, humidity, quality of air and soil, as long as these are favorable, the baby plant will manufacture a large amount of surplus energy. Energy that's in so much excess that it's more than the plant needs. So it has a surplus of energy that it can share. Now, in the cases of grasses, this period of time is between 7 and 14 days. When it gets to 21 days, the plant moves into like early adulthood. I like to think of it as one day in the life of a growing grass is equivalent to 1 year in a human life. So 21 days is like being age 21, where it begins to mature. At that point, the plant has a limited amount of vital energy, not quite enough to maintain its optimal biological function. Yet, it does have enough to sustain itself by developing chlorophyll. When leaves begin to fade and there's this discontinuation of growth, we call this period of stagnation the biostatic period, or what we call as humans entering into old age. And finally, when its sources of nutrients or energies from the environment begin to fall below even the biostatic level, according to the stored instructions of the DNA and the RNA, which is the great master computer inherited from its original seed, the sad spectacle of biocidic or death occurs, and the biocidic remnants return to the terrestrial metabolism, which is, for Mother Earth, the great equalizer. So what is the purpose of biogenic meditation, or something that I would really call a biogenic dynamic union with the primeval ocean of life? It's to draw and absorb in a tactile way biogenic life-generating life force from the surplus of energy provided by the baby tender plant, which is possible only while the baby plant is in its biogenic phase, which that corresponds to, in humans, as puberty. Because later, after it reaches the age of 3 or 4 weeks, the plant will not have any surplus of life energy to spare. Like I mentioned before, grass is the most vital and robust plant on Earth. It has tremendous stamina to survive the most excessive cold and hot climates, covering the largest plant-inhabited area of our planet, and the most popular and easily accessible seed is, of course, the wheat, though other whole grain seeds will do as well. In order to create and utilize what I've mentioned here, this surplus biogenic energy, we can use a cup-sized container, the most popular size, usually of the same diameter and height, which we fill with fertile, damp, organic soil from our ecological health garden. Simply soak 2 tablespoons of organic whole grain wheat in a little bit of water for 8 to 24 hours, and then afterward rinse it, and then you can plant the seed on top of the soil in these little containers. Keep it moist and covered for the first day or two, and then you'll begin to see the sprouts. First comes the roots, and then the little leaves. Generally, what I like to do is plant 2 cups at a time. So I use 3 to 4 tablespoons of seed and just distribute that between the 2 containers. Now, while you're at this stage of watching the seeds germinate, don't put them in sunlight or indirect, or, not even indirect light. Just keep them on the table in your house, and when the little grass blades begin to shoot up, then you can move it into an indirect light source area. And I use a spray bottle and spray the cups in the morning and in the evening. And in about 7 days, the plant will be about 5 or 6 inches tall. And you can use this as a biogenic battery for a meditation practice. You can also snip the blades of grass and use it as an herb in your soups or in your dishes, and it's tremendous, wonderful, powerful nutrition. I also sometimes place the biogenic battery on the bedside table and let that energy be available close to my head all night. As I mentioned, because the initial growth of the young grass is fast, they are generating intensive biogenic energy and are capable, through tactile contact, of being able to transmit and share the energy with us. 7 days after planting, the cup-sized biogenic batteries are ready for us to lay our hands on, thereby drawing the biogenic energy to flow through the whole body. This communion of regeneration will draw us into a primeval, vital communion with the dynamic starburst of biogenic energies. And this becomes a non-intellectual union, and it has much greater impact on us and a regenerative power than any existing meditation technique that I've ever found. That constant flow of biogenic energy through the whole body, and from time to time, the regenerative flow through your spine can even shake you or vibrate your body. The little biogenic battery can be used for the purpose of meditation, or what I would call communion, from the 7th to the 14th day after planting. From the 14th to the 21st day after planting, the battery is ready for regenerative contact. In ancient times, people would use this with contact with their sexual organs. Each day of the plant corresponds to 1 year of human life. So after the 21st day, the rapid growth of the green leaves starts to slow down. 21 days, it is no more optimal for regenerative, organovegetative, biogenic communions. In order to perform the biogenic meditation, you can simply place the plant on a table about 1 foot from the edge and sit easily on a comfortable chair and just face your biogenic battery. After a minute or two of relaxation, you can grasp with both hands between your fingers as if in prayer, the biogenic grass plant, and just close your eyes and hold them closed for about 20 minutes with the elbows comfortably resting on the table if you'd like, and feeling between your fingers the living, dewy freshness of the great young plant, and feel the young life force energy entering into your whole body through this tactile contact. As you're sitting for about 20 minutes, you don't have to think of anything. If you need something to think about, just think about life, because that's exactly what's happening. You're making contact with the mysterious force of life. This biogenic meditation will free you twice a day from the tyranny of your restless, tense, worrying cerebrospinal functions, which is the seat of the voluntary processes. And it will keep you in contact exclusively with your organovegetative system, which is millions of years older and incomparably more powerful, working independently from your conscious, voluntary actions and mistakes. Some of the benefits that I've observed is that heartbeat, pulse rate, respiration become more normalized. The body overall becomes increasingly relaxed cumulatively. Along with these, there are some other mental and emotional benefits, which is a state of relaxed alertness, improved concentration, more adequate response to stressful conditions, faster, more adequate reaction time, and increasingly, there becomes a relief from insomnia, especially if you place the batteries next to your head on your bedside table. There's a cumulative effect of less anxiety and a gradual improvement of memory. With only 2 20-minute daily meditation communions, one can begin to experience a deeper connection with life, with nature, and with spirit. When the sons of light are one with the stream of life, then will the power of the blades of grass guide them to the everlasting kingdom of the Heavenly Father. And you shall know more of those mysteries which is not yet time for you to hear. Gather then the grains of wheat and plant them in small earthen pots, and every day with glad heart commune with the angels, that they may guide you to the holy stream of life, and you may bring back from its eternal source comfort and strength for the sons of men. For I tell you truly, all that you learn, all that your eyes of the Spirit see, all that your ears of the Spirit hear, all this is as a hollow reed in the wind, if you do not send forth a message of truth and light to the sons of men. For by the fruit do we know the worth of the tree. And to love is to teach without end, without ceasing. For so were your fathers taught of old, even our father Enoch. Go now, and peace be with you.